What's going on, everybody? Jeff Holiborscht here. Holiday. We'll get to that. I was not going to make another Jillian video for a while, because she makes all sorts of weird, random videos that make absolutely no sense, and her producing something that's wacky is kind of a commonplace occurrence. I'd be making videos about her every week if I was like, hey, she said this crazy thing, wow. But every now and then, she says something so bizarre that I just have to. It's so good. I have to share it with you because it's so funny. As has happened before in the past, Jillian's methodology and her worldview has yet again mutated into something else. What she originally claimed in her first book, she no longer believes. Then in her revised version of it, she doesn't believe in that either. And now, Jillian has gone political.
All right, so yes, the Jilly Juice, me on the protocol, has definitely taken on a more political overtone. And I'll tell you what, two sisters that are in my group, not anymore, decided to tag team me today. Both of them very, very Democrat, and that's fine.
I mean, that sounds like something Democrat ladies would do. No.
I don't care what it is that your political party or your orientation or any belief system, I don't care if you're doing the Jilly Juice and you're going off and on it. Okay, great. I'm not going to ride you.
What is she talking? Jillian! Whoa, time out. You're not supposed to talk about that kind of stuff. Listen. God damn it. I have a filthy mind. I'm sorry.
I have dealt with and answered to the media. I have done a lot. I have earned my place to have a political say in something that goes on in my world.
I mean, the thing about being American, though, Jillian, is that you don't have to earn your political opinion. Everybody gets one. That's why this country is so awesome. You automatically have whatever damn political opinion you want to have. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know who convinced you otherwise. It's very strange.
Now, when you have somebody in your own group that is not really doing the protocol, they're doing it half-assed. They don't like the fact that, yes, I am a Republican, because that is the protocol. The protocol is Republican.
Oh.
It's about taking personal accountability, sticking to law and order, not sticking to emotions and living life through that reality that's all about emotions and bleeding heart, which, okay, is fine for a certain amount of time, but not indefinitely. Okay, so yes, my politics have changed because my protocol has caused a different biochemical shift.
I take very, very specific steps to be as apolitical as I possibly can. She's not making it easy on this, because I could make so many jokes right now. So many jokes. And I could get real spicy, but this is, if this is going up on my main channel, man, I'm going to have to hold off on it. But this is the part where you, dear watcher, are just going to have to fill in those blanks. Just know that if you are picturing me making spicy political takes about this, I'm doing it with love. I'm not doing it to be judgmental in any way. We're all just here to have some fun when we're talking about Jillian at this point, until she hurts people again. But oh my god, those jokes just write themselves.
And if you want to stay with your politics and your biochemistry, you're not going to be doing the J juice at the level that you need to. And let me tell you, I had two ladies. One lady was just like, I didn't know I belonged to now a group that's all Republican. Okay, fine. See you later. Bye. She's not really doing the J juice anyways at the level that she needs to. She's using it as a cure.
Okay, and also, like, that I don't understand how that's even remotely a good tactic for somebody who's trying to, like, convince people of really wacky shit. See, now, not only to be part of the Jilly Juice cult, can you not talk about other alternative treatments and discuss them? Not only do you need to forcefully drink the salty cabbage poo-poo water and have violent diarrhea, but now you also have to be Republican. And if you're not Republican, you ain't going to be able to do the J-Juice properly. You just get out.
The other lady was like, well, I'm becoming more left than I am right. Totally opposite of you. Just little snarky comments. And then I'm like, well, I want to see some testimonies. She was like, well, I don't really have any testimonies because I'm not really staying on the diet. Well, okay then. So let me express my politics through my biochemistry, the J-Juice. And if you don't understand where I'm coming from, then maybe you should drink more juice. Okay?
You know, Jillian, I don't really quite understand what you're trying to tell me. Oh no, it's okay, dear friend. Here, just drink more of my J-Juice, and you'll get it. It's fine. If everything sounds like absolute lunacy right now, just drink more. Shrink your brain some more. It'll start to make sense. I'm sure it will, Jillian. I'm sure it will. Of course.
It's interesting. I'm kind of glad that I've come out as far as my politics, because it's taken me a while, because I really did not know which direction I'm coming from. But I knew as soon as I took a side, someone was going to get mad at me. But now, as far as just like, politics, when it comes to mainstream politics, now I can comfortably take a side, because no matter what, you're going to have to take a side, life or death. Those are the two sides you're going to have to.
Republican is life, Democrat is death. The deathocrats. You deathocrats.
Now, Trump has gone through the fluctuations of the market from the 80s, 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, and he keeps reinventing himself. He's like a cockroach. He doesn't fucking die.
She said it, not me.
Somebody who is willing to keep going and pound until he gets what he needs to protect his interests. And so that's what I want to see in all of my Jilly Juice people. I don't want half-assed people. Fair weather, okay, I'm going to kind of do the Jilly Juice. And
listen, Jillian wants you pounding. She wants you to pound that juice so you can pound the copious amounts of piss butt waterfall poopy water eruptions. That's what she wants. She doesn't want none of the... it's not amateur hour anymore. It's not. If you're going to be part of the Jillian Epperly army, you're going to have to be a diehard Republican. You got to love Trump, and you got to chug the juice so hard you are at a perpetual fire hose level eruption out of your booty hole. You must. Not schnell. Oh shit, that's not funny.
Now I'm narrowing who it is I'm directing this information to, and it ain't the Democrats. It ain't someone that's going to blame people for their dispositions or predispositions.
Just as an aside, because we are going to continue to get into some political stuff, but we're going to take it into Bizarro world in just a moment. As a disclaimer, I don't care what political persuasion you are. The only thing that matters to me, from me to you, is just try and be the best person you can be, regardless of whatever political values you hold, okay? Like, that's just... my pause game is... beautiful.
Now I can really comfortably really back up why it is that Trump embodies everything about the J-Juice, embodies everything about America, embodies everything that I hold dear, and why I will never be a Democrat. I will never...
Trump. He makes you poop. America. Land of waterfall. There's only one thing about... God damn it. Jillian. There is one sole component to Jilly Juice. It's that it's poison, and it makes you shit. It makes you violently pee out your butt. That's all there is to your juice. There's nothing functionally more than that, and you're now equating President Trump and our entire fucking country to diarrhea water. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good.
Because socialism is where you are indefinitely leeching off the system with absolutely no intention to contribute on an indefinite basis.
All right, so just to recap real quick, so we're all on the same page, right? Socialism is having solid poops, and and the United States was founded on the belief that all men and all women should have diarrhea equally. Okay, so let's go to this next video that totally does not have a weird and bizarre title. Okay?
All of the media, when you think about it, is basically socialist/communist. Just like Dr. Phil. Okay? Dr. Phil comes from a socialist healthcare. So he is going to be like a North Korea. I watched videos on North Korea, and where the dear leader is revered as if he was a god, and the people only know of one way of doing things. And if you talk smack against the government, you get shot in front of a firing line. Well, that's exactly what our media does to people with any new line of thought.
Oh, no.
Any kind of innovation that's being projected, guess
what? No.
Guess who the socialists are? It's the media, the ones that will then tear down a different line of thought.
Oh, my God.
Dr. Phil and everybody else out there wants to go and squelch and abuse someone. So that's why you see abuse out there. Why you see violence, abuse, you see infanticide.
Are you... Wait. Are you blaming Dr. Phil for that stuff? Or that he's like a component towards that type of stuff? That's weird.
Homicide, domestic violence, child abuse, incest, rape. That stems from a society catering to the lowest common denominator. They're projecting a socialist perspective to where nobody is going to rise above their station.
Okay, hang on. Okay, wow. Okay, this is some dark shit. Let me see if I can understand what she just said. So, her belief is that because we live in a socialist culture, or in a socialist attitude, which we don't, that we cater to the lowest common denominator, which I'm assuming she means the most unfortunate people in society, is the reason why murder happens, or why people kill their kids, or why all sorts of horrible things in the world exist, is because of socialism, and because we want to take care of the people who are unfortunate. Now, regardless of how you feel politically, I tend to ascribe to the idea that a very strong country is only as good as it treats its most unfortunate citizens. How we treat the less of us, the least of us, and that's a really shitty way to put it, but that's like how the statement goes, how we treat them is a reflection on how good of a country we are. As long as we understand and respect the humanity within everybody, we can hopefully come to some way of building everybody up. It's just a basic philosophy of trying to do the best for everybody, regardless of how naive that may or may not be. But to just arbitrarily say that the reason people kill each other is because of socialism, and that's because people are not having wet, explosive poopy, is really weird. I don't think I'm alone in that, and I think across all political spectrums we can all agree.
And homeopathics, naturopathics, allopathics are all part of socialist medicine, because we live in a type of North Korean mentality that we're not shooting people for their thought process, but the media is like putting people on firing lines. Dr. Phil put me on a firing line. I didn't know that's how he was going to characterize me, but that is what we deal with. And
you convince vulnerable people to give themselves explosive, violent, dangerous amounts of diarrhea. The fact that, and I still, I wonder about this sometimes too. I mean, I was there. I was literally there. I wonder what was going on in her brain where she thought that she was going to go out on Dr. Phil and is going to, Now, Jillian here has discovered a miraculous and amazing technique, and it was just going to be this monumental moment of, oh, I am now the savior of the earth. I am defeating socialism with my poopy water. And, everybody was just going to praise her as a hero. Has she drank this shit so much that her brain has shrunk so far that she actually thought that was gonna happen? I love the messaging in this though, because it's like, okay, you're unfortunate, you're homeless, you're living in a box, and you don't got a job. You need to pull yourself up out of the gutter. You need to lift yourself up. So here's this salty cabbage juice. It's gonna fix your ass right up. Your cardboard home might be a little soggy until you can move to that big apartment in the sky.
So you see all the haters, all the angry faces, and all the people laughing. Those are the socialist people projecting their weaknesses that can't stand to see somebody rise above their station.
Oh, you're rising real high there, Jillian.
I come from a socialist household, but that was what was squelched in my household with only a few things. And if I went out of line, the hammer came down. And that's what happens in families. And that's why kids run away. That's why kids act out, because they're in a socialist household where it's like you cannot have any independent thought. And it's,
I'm leaving, Mom and Dad. I'm never coming home. I need capitalism. You'll get back here right now. Right now. You have to say your prayers to Joseph Stalin. Right now. This is so good. This is so awesome.
BuzzFeed, Newsweek, Pathos, Daily Mail, all of those writers are socialists. And guess what? They take from this system. They leech from this system. And then they capitalize on parasiting off of other people by talking smack. Jeff Holiday is a socialist. Because what do? They take.
And you know what's funny about it too? I know exactly how much it stings for her to even say my name. It's so great. Oh, it's so good. I eat that shit up. By the way, not a socialist. I'm not sharing my ad revenue from this video with anybody else. I don't know. But like.
And so that's how you have to see how all this works. And so that's why you have to do the J juice. That's why I want to vote Republican, because they embody the very spirit of J juice. No matter how much you think that politics suck. Yes, you have imbalanced people in Congress, in executive office, okay? And you have imbalanced people in your society, in your different local government. And now it's up to you to change it and actually
Look, I'm sorry. Republican friendos, I love you. I don't think that you have anything to do with explosive poopy diarrhea water. But your team, hey, I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the rules.
Exemplify the spirit of what Republican is. If we can get everybody Republican in America, we would have a very strong freaking nation. If you've been introduced to my information, then you should be doing the J juice, to where you don't have to feel like you have to then subscribe to Democrat principles, socialist principles. But that's why we have socialists.
I mean, you heard it here, folks. Just when you start thinking like, maybe the Democrats might have, like, a point. Just chug a bunch of juice and poop a lot. That'll fix it. Got him. Also, I just now realized, it's pretty cold in this studio. It's a garage studio.
Now, what do you got to do? You got to get your body fixed so you can be innovative and thinking of something different aside from regurgitating the same shit over there in the socialist medicine, where there is no innovation of thought. That's why I'm not invited to any of these symposiums in the medical world, because I'm not regurgitating the same crap.
Could it be because you're not a doctor?
That's what I've linked. JH's Republican, but it's not like the socialist medicine, like freaking Dr. Phil in North Korea. There's the link.
Okay.
And that's how we have to capitalize JJuice.
Okay.
And justify a Republican ideology, even if the person doesn't exactly exemplify 100%, but Trump is damn close to it. He, I would say, is the best president.
Okay.
And I back him 1,000%. And I urge all of you to register as a Republican, vote for Trump. Because that is truly the Jilly Juice way. Because you know you're not going to have some utopian society where we're all on clouds and spaceships and not have to deal with all these weirdos out there playing, unicorns and whatever. Some of you are living in that world where you're like, okay, I'm going to be all sequestered in my little beautiful place and not look at the reality, not vote, not take any interest. But now you see why it is that we have to interweave this into the mainstream. But I had to find an opening that was legit, not that I was just being a follower. I had to substantiate why it is that JJ is like Republican, but I'm still not going to subscribe to the socialist medicine. And this is how we make a kink in the socialist armor out there.
Listen, comrades, listen to Miss Epperly, okay? You want to have solid poopies? You got to embrace the socialism, eh? You don't embrace the socialism, you're going to have copious amounts of rainy diarrhea. And then these strange clocks start appearing all over the place. It's very strange. I don't understand. Why she would accuse me, Jeff Holiday, of being a socialist? I have no idea why she would do such a thing. But I tell you what, for my family, which is all of Mother America, to your family, I hope you are well. And I will see you next time. Das vidanje. Goodbye.